Hello there and welcome. Find a comfortable place to rest, a quiet space where you can let go of the day. As you settle in, let your breath begin to slow, a gentle rhythm like the softest tide. Tonight, we will journey to a peaceful place, a place of rest and quiet dreams. In a quiet little village, nestled gently at the foot of the magnificent Catskill Mountains, there lived a simple and kind-hearted man named Rip Van Winkle. Rip was a friend to everyone in the village, not for any grand deeds, but for his gentle nature and his good heart. He moved through life with a calm and easy grace. He never hurried. He never raised his voice. He always found a moment to help a neighbor in need, or to offer a kind word to a child, or even to share a friendly pat with a wandering cat. He was a part of the village's quiet rhythm, a steady and comforting presence. The children of the village adored him. He would mend their broken toys, fly kites with them on breezy afternoons, and tell them wonderful, long stories about ghosts and witches and faraway lands. He was their playmate and their friend. The hills that cradled the village were soft and green, rolling like silent, ancient waves that had been frozen in time. The air there was clean and sweet. Some days, Rip would feel a pull to wander into those woods, taking nothing with him but his faithful old dog, Wolf, who was just as gentle-natured as his master. They would walk for hours, not to get anywhere in particular, but just to be there, to listen to the whisper of the breeze as it moved through the leaves of the great old trees and to feel the soft earth beneath their feet. One particularly warm afternoon, the kind of afternoon that feels like a soft blanket, the sky was a perfect pale blue brushed with wispy white clouds. The sun cast a warm golden glow over everything, and the river that wound its way down from the mountains glimmered like a ribbon of liquid silver glass. On this day, Rip walked further than he usually did, drawn deeper into the heart of the forest. He let his mind drift, light and easy, like a single feather floating on the air. He felt no worry, no pressure, no rush to be anywhere else. The forest seemed to welcome him, wrapping him in its serene silence. The birds seemed to move more slowly through the branches, their songs softer, more melodic. The very air felt gentle on his skin. After many hours of this peaceful, aimless wandering, Rip and Wolf came upon a small, quiet clearing they had never seen before. It was a hollow, like a natural amphitheater, surrounded by tall, ancient trees. And there, in the dappled sunlight, he saw a most peculiar sight. A group of old-fashioned men with long beards and dressed in strange, antique clothes from another time were playing a simple game of ninepins. Their movements were slow and deliberate. What was most strange was the profound silence of the scene. The only sound was the distant, rumbling crash of the balls hitting the pins, a sound that echoed through the mountains like far-off thunder. They were sharing a silent company, a deep and unspoken camaraderie. They did not speak loudly. They did not seem surprised to see him. They did not rush toward him. They simply paused their game and nodded, a slow, solemn gesture, as though they had been expecting him all along. One of the men, with a long, flowing white beard, approached Rip. He carried a heavy keg, and without a word, he offered Rip a drink from a flagon. The liquid was cool and looked as clear and sweet as mountain spring water. Hesitantly, but feeling a strange sense of calm, Rip took a sip, then another. It had a wonderful, unique taste, unlike anything he had ever known. As he drank, he felt his mind begin to soften, his thoughts slowing down, becoming as calm and placid as a quiet river just before the world falls into sleep. The edges of the world began to blur, and a profound sense of peace washed over him. His limbs felt heavy, and a deep, irresistible drowsiness settled upon his entire being. So he lay down on a patch of cool green grass, and he rested. He let his head sink into the soft moss ... and he drifted ... floating on a dreamlike current ... into a deep, deep, peaceful sleep. Time passed in that silent, enchanted hollow. The sun journeyed across the sky and sank below the horizon. The moon rose, casting silver shadows, and then it too gave way to the sun once more. Seasons turned, leaves fell, and grew again. The world turned slowly, day after day, year after year. And all the while, Rip slept on peacefully, without a single worry, without a single disturbing noise, without any sense of hurry at all. His sleep was as deep and untroubled as the mountains themselves. When he finally began to awaken, it was not with a start, but with a gentle stirring, like a leaf unfurling in the morning sun. The forest was touched with a soft, golden morning light. The air was still gentle, still sweet. The mountains stood around him, just as calm and steadfast as before. But everything felt different, lighter, quieter. It was as though all his old small worries, all the little troubles of his former life, had been lifted from his shoulders and carried away by the wind while he slept. He felt renewed, refreshed, and profoundly peaceful. Slowly, Rip rose and began his gentle walk back towards his village. Life had indeed changed in ways he could not yet understand, but Rip himself felt only a deep and abiding peace. He had been given a quiet gift of letting go. He had learned the silent lesson of the mountains, a lesson whispered by the wind and taught by the patient sleeping stones. The lesson is this: life can move slowly. The world does not always need to be rushed. Your heart is allowed to rest. Your mind is allowed to be still. And tonight, you can rest too. Just like Rip, you can let go of the day. Let your breath slow down, becoming deep and regular. Let your thoughts drift away like clouds passing over those quiet green hills. Feel the weight of your body sinking into a state of complete comfort and relaxation. You are safe. You are calm. You are home. Good night. Sleep well.